be Ember Jug. I still feel...
It pushes better, because not even just the healing ward, but having that hero that can be hitting the buildings, and when you see that initiation coming, you Blade Fury.
It's really going to come down to how well Chen does, I think, and maybe the mid-game, how well Nyx Assassin ganks, since he can set up a lot of big kills. And then later game, we'll have some Ags come out, maybe some super effective Nyx play. Could be very good to slow the push of Secret, but it definitely looks a little iffy here. Secret's just so strong in all of their lanes. All of their lanes are going to do fine.
If VP can get an opening here, Arteezy trying to go for the rune, surrounded by 4 players. Support's going to come over the hillside, and what do? Arteezy just sits on top of the rune with a spike over onto God. It will be the DK picking up the rune, and God, he's dropping down low. Open wounds over on Arteezy. Yoku trying to find that damage. Alchemist actually able to run himself away, so God will end up surviving, or will he? Universe missing uphill. He can't reach him. God will start the south. The tree won't be able to cancel it up in time, so VP already with 1 kill. You got open wins up at 8 seconds time. A little bit too far away, but they're going to keep chasing up after Universe to try and find the kill while Enigma kills the Chen over in the tree line. I still want to see if they can kill Universe on this top lane. There goes your attack. There's no way for Terror. They use the open wounds into the stun, and this life should be a 2-for-1 trade-off. Going the way of Virtus Pro early on. But do you even care? Like, Arteezy doesn't need to try and find a kill on an Alchemist, as you said before. Like, he's insanely tanky. You just stand there in the lane, you breathe fire, you farm, you stay in close, you're all good.
Fight Barbarin, though.
Yeah, Aloha Dance going to start with a stun. The spray is down, Pylite die. Well, he just turns his own stun, in comes Nature's Prophet. Universe coming to help out. FNG will be dropping here. No Spike Carapace to try and stall it out. As God, with his Calling Blade, is able to get through the Sprout.
That's pretty good for them. Nice little kill there. The fact that Puppey consistently right now for Secret is that Alchemist is the 4th lowest net worth in the game. That is ridiculous. That almost never happens, and it's going to hurt his overall farm very hard. He's almost got Soaring though, which means he can jungle.
There's not many stacks that are prepared. Top river, a little bit of trouble right now for Aloha Dance, caught inside the tree line. Pylite die, the attack's not going to be enough. The very fire gives just enough line for Aloha Dance to back out, and then No Fear looks for the revenge kill. He's going to take it with that last little swipe at the Hellbear Smasher.
That was really well done by Venge that he stunned the Nature's Prophet, because if he didn't, he would have spawned. At least the Lifestealer's farmed, but he doesn't even match up that well against Secret's heroes.
I don't know if you can reach him in time. They're going to cut to the tree line. Okay, that's one way to do it. Universe gives the vision for a straight-up Omni Slash. Alchemist, he really isn't scary at all, and God can't do anything against Eternal Envy until this stun's going to connect, but it's the open wounds over on Universe. They're fighting on multiple fronts at the moment, so Universe, he is going to drop, allowing both EE and Arteezy to survive.
Well, that's something for them, I guess, but even still, Alchemist isn't even close to 6 yet. He just barely hit 5, and he doesn't have the best way to catch up. He'll head back to the jungle. There's some pretty good stacks going, but he's gone for more Greevil's Greed than Acid Spray, and I think this build only kind of works if you're 6 to make up for the regen that you're going, or the HP that you're going to lose by having to right-click more. So I don't know if this is going to be super valuable here.
And they're going to keep losing more map control while he continues to try and play catch-up. Arteezy Dragon Form comes instantly off cooldown, instantly used. So that tier 1 tower will drop. They got a healing ward, only level 1, but it's enough. They can just keep pushing in. Universe comes to help as well. They don't even have to stop here because that's a fresh Dragon Form. They got a lot more time to go through tower after tower after tower at VP. There is no reply.
There's no way. Nyx isn't 6, Venge isn't 6, their mid-hero isn't 6. There's actually no way that they can take this fight. They don't have enough nuke damage to pull off a kill on one hero.
If Yoku could somehow magically find his level 11 and get a Black Dragon, even then I don't think that's enough. They're going to go
This
further.
is an 8-minute Rax.
Really? They're going to go up at 8.5 minutes. The Dragonite form has got a quarter of it left now.
That's plenty.
You got a healing ward up in 11 seconds time. Like FNG tries to clear with Impale. Aloha's already used its Wave of Terror. They're TPing back more players, and they get a reaction here, Team Secret from Virtus Pro. But that's also enough. Universe instantly TPs to top lane. Pylite Die still soaking up the mid almost at level 6, so you're almost at a point where Secret can start ganking as well as doing these unbridled pushes.
It was so perfect that they didn't bring Pylite Die.
He just takes it from him.
Well, he wanted to commit to that a little bit harder, but it's just safer for him to be with this team, because if he gets killed by VP right now, that's the only way that anybody on Secret dies right now.
So they have detection. There's the Vendetta FNG running forward to Eternal Envy. Stun will happen. You've still got Omni Slash and Spin, but they get the kill very quickly. Pylite Die dropped the Sentry Ward down, was a little bit too late.
Not sure if Blade Fury was on cooldown. I forgot to check that.
It wasn't.
So just slightly later.
And then they can go to Vendetta. Eternal Envy's going to show himself on bottom lane. Normally, the big flank.
They got a stun from Invis. It's the only way this works, I think. If he spins, it's over. He's going to get away.
Oh, he goes into Vendetta.
Oh, did they see
into
him?
the tree line. Envy, the smoke's going to break. Envy, there's your wave of terror. And while there's no stun, the damage should be enough to get through him, and it will be.
That worked because he put himself in a corner. So he does get the spin off. It made it a little bit harder to kill him, but he was already so deep in the trees that big kill there. Really nicely done by VP to grab that before the next push happens.
No Fear's in trouble. In fact, I believe No Fear is dead. Paladai comes in with a stun, lets the finger of death fly. Puppy with the Malefice as well. There's no way for No Fear to survive. And God, well, he'll move over with the Chemical Rage up, but nothing's going to come from it. Especially when Arteezy keeping the rest of his team occupied on top of that tier 2 tower. And Aloha, he wants to go for more. If he can get the swap on Arteezy into the Magic Missile, maybe then they can follow up for an open wounds and stun from FNG, but the range is just too far. And
it was nighttime as well. It's really hard to chase like that. So no extra kill there. They trade 1 for 1. Overall, that was alright for VP, grabbing the enemy carry. But Dragon Knight used his ultimate on an Arcane Rune, so it's going to be up pretty much the same time that it goes down.
And that means more pushing. The last tier 2 tower to drop 14 minutes into this game. Huge army of treants that cannot be cleared.
Well, at least Lifestealers make their ganks in the future easier, but losing their most farmed carry, a little iffy. At least Alchemist is now farmed enough to pick up the slack where Lifestealer started. He might get ganked here, though. He sees it.
Oh, Aloha dance. Arteezy's waiting for the right time. There goes your initial stun. Universe, well, the swap goes out. So Aloha dance trapped inside the Sprout with no way to come free. The Quelling Blade of Gold was too far away. That mech, as well as Hand of God from No Fear, is committed. And Universe, low on life. Greaves will come in for Puppy, however, but the Wrath of Nature, it'll bounce on through. It's a 2-for-1 trade-off as now the next assassin is down. A double kill for Arteezy. What a nice time to also have that double damage.
I really felt like he was going to be more behind.
Yeah.
Just really properly zoned in map pressure, which put him behind. Oh, Blink Dagger, very cool. This is a good idea for Alk here, because this lets him team fight and gank a bit better than another farm item would. So he can now combo with his allies and potentially get more of those solo kills.
Oh, this trade-off's going to be kicking in at the moment. VP pushing through the top lane to the tier 1 tower. There's no real defense coming, and FNG can't find anybody. He's looking through the Radiant jungle, hoping to find someone, but the rest of Secret is currently in Roshan. With a TP, yep, that was not going to complete. Eternal Envy was TPing to the tier 1 tower, while the rest of his team was inside of Roshan.
It's kind of a good idea as well, though. I don't know if he did this on purpose or not, but then it makes VP think like, oh, they're about to fight this, we got to get back. But in the meantime, they're just safely taking Rosh. So not quite sure if he was fully intending, but it definitely got VP scared and allowed them to guarantee finish Rosh.
This looks like it's the push through bottom lane now. So every ulti is up for Team Secret. And that's going to push to the tier 3 tower into the racks. You have an Aegis Immortal behind you. You put that over on top of Eternal Envy. So if they want to initiate on EE, they can do so. They'll be quite happy to take the trade-off.
And killing Arteezy now is very unlikely. Silver Edge on top of what he has. It's quite good versus Lifesteal. You can remove his passive, which means Lifesteal is not going to be good enough against DK in a fight once he uses that.
Yeah, Arteezy just starts. The crew wave hasn't even arrived, so they're battling up against backdoor regeneration. God, lets the sun go. Arteezy continues to heal up as Yoku starts his attack. Eternal Envy looking to clean up the Chen army with the extra stun. They're able to do so in Wrath of Nature. And FNG spamming everything you've got, but Arteezy is still above half of his life. Yeah. He's the frontline tank. He's not even the guy with the Aegis, the Immortal. That's EE, who comes in, hits one slice, and almost takes out the entire creep wave. So they can just keep doing this.
Yeah, that's itemization by Secret. Universe picks up a medallion, and this offsets the minus armor that Acid Spray does. So it's a lot of nuke, but it also does give him survivability too. Like a lot of those ganks were all involving Lifestealer, and now he's gonna miss sometimes.
Here comes Team Secret. They're running back in again. Fresh items which are over on Team Secret before this fight begins is the gem as well as the plate mail, which is picked up over on Puppy. Eternal Envy still holding onto his cash. Here, the Solar Crest, Pylai Die still with that Blink Dagger, and Arcane Boots, and Arteezy, he's got a casual Hyperstone sitting there, and they just run in. The creep wave, well, is it really close enough? No, well, they have to use the fortification.
Oh,
and God! Trouble. So close! The creep wave will spawn up, soaking up a little bit more of that Omni Slash. But Arteezy, remember what they came here for? They want to try and bring down the racks, but they're forced into a fight. Concoction Sun holds Arteezy in position, but he doesn't even really care. The game gets... Like, he's burned his mech already, so you've got your burst heal. You've still got Infest on lifesteal, so you shouldn't lose him. The Alchemist is in the middle of Chemical Rage, and Arteezy and Envy don't look really that interested to kill him off, so... Let's give it a crack. The Rax is the primary target. Pardai gets the stun on Aloha, keeps him out of play. And now Team Secret, they back out. FNG jumps forward.
hex.
There's a finger of death, but Eternal Envy keeps the spin going with a stun over on God. They finish up the range racks, and God, he's trapped inside the Strat. He can't get back out. This is not the dream right now. Yoku trying to kill off Universe with a follow-up from FNG, catching out 3. This is what they need with the Black Hole from Puppy. Easily cancelled. The Dark Troll Summoner, the MVP right now for VP, able to get the kill. Envy back into a spin, but he's going to drop as well. Remember, the Aegis Immortal is still available for him, or is he? No, he's not. Arteezy has an ultra kill. VP are all down for the count. Eternal Envy will survive. They'll have Healing Ward in 7 seconds time. All they got to do is go top.
How did they stay alive on Envy? He almost died some. I thought he was dead for sure. At least burn the Aegis, but it never happened. The fight was so good for VP despite the Nyx Assassin getting blown up right away. He buys back, had a great Impale stun. Looked like they almost killed all the big cores, but they just couldn't pick off the kills enough.
Oh boy. At that point, you even wonder if it was worth it for VP to go out, because now it's Eternal Envy. They're focusing him down, but remember, it's just the Aegis, the Immortal. Arteezy still got a fresh Dragon form here, trying to back out. They're going to kill him, swap back over, but Envy, he's focusing on the melee rack, starts to spin TP. Ooh. They can't kill him, however, so he will die, but you got what you came for. Team Secret, you burn the Aegis, you burn Arteezy's life.
Envy's going to push out mid as they sit behind him. They're looking to initiate.
Universe is waiting to come in. Would you believe his second item is actually a Dragon Lance, so no more support. He's going to try and play the range game. With an Aegis Prophet, that's actually really good, because you can sit at a range of the tier 1 tower, tier 3 tower, and just attack it.
Plus, he's very squishy right now due to his item build, so this way he sits super far back. The stats on it aren't as good because he's an int hero, but he may even progress this into a Hurricane Pike for utility as well. That kind of makes a lot of sense, actually. He could push back Lifestealer after Lifestealer goes on somebody, for example, while also getting the utility of Force, which is great.
The VP really, they just rotated 4 heroes to the top lane to try and deal with the Mandra illusions of Envy. They were attacking into the range racks. Well, now Arteezy just keeps beating into that tier 3 tower. What do you do against that?
I don't know. Where's he even getting this from? It keeps going up and down. But there's still a lot. Look at all this minus armor. He still has plus 28.
Well, it's huge. He's moving in and out. I say he's moving in and out of the acid spray, but then this wave of terror that also kicks in.
Oh, they're going in.
God starts with a stun. He triggers his own BKB to try and take this fight. Universe caught in the back line, but it's Sprout. It pushes them out. Then your Black Hole. God and FNG dragged in. No Fear wants to be part of the hole as well. God's going to drop. He is just hexed up, brought down. Oh boy, that should be mid-racks, and that should be game. GG, well played. 30-30 on the clock when it's called. Then Virtus Pro will lose game 1 here against Team Secret. Yeah,
it's just their last chance to win a fight. Envy basically, or Arteezy sat on the opposite side, did whatever he wanted to. And once the Black Hole came out, that wastes almost all the BKB of Alk, and they can easily burst him down afterwards with disables and right clicks. So really well played from Secret, man. This draft did everything they wanted to. I feel like they got every single hero. Like, if you were sitting around and